How companies use marketing automation for e-commerce. Hey, it's Jamie Turner here. I'm really glad you're with us. I want to talk to you about how corporations are using marketing automation to engage with customers and deepen their relationships with them. Everybody from Amazon to Walmart to Home Depot uses marketing automation as a way to kind of grab people, get their attention, and build a relationship with them. So we're going to go through a few things here, talk to you about how to use it for your business. What I want you to do is grab a sheet of paper, put it off to the side, and as you go through things and learn this stuff, jot down the few things that you're going to do. We're going to cover a lot of different tips, but I want you to write down a handful of tips that you're going to actually take action on. Because if you kind of limit what you're going to do and focus in on things, you can always come back later and complete all the other things that we're going to talk about. But I want you to pick 2 or 3 things that you're going to definitely do by tomorrow so that you can then improve your use of marketing automation. Let's dive right in. One of the best things about marketing automation is that it can help you stand out from your competitors. As you know, we're all in business trying to make sure that we differentiate our brands. And if we don't, we end up blending into the background. So one of the key things you can do with marketing automation is use it as a way to enhance your customer experience and get more people to buy more of your products or services. With that in mind, here are a few tips to help you use marketing automation for e-commerce. Tip number 1, use marketing automation to deepen your relationship with new customers. Introduce new customers to your brand and to your story. A lot of times customers are coming in, it's their first experience with your brand. You want to walk them through what differentiates your brand and what your customer's story is, what makes your journey with that customer so much better than your competitors. The second thing is let them know how your e-commerce store works. People are a little bit nervous or apprehensive when they dive into a relationship with you. What you want to do is say, here's what to expect from us, and here's how we're going to move forward with you, our customer, from this point on. Point them to important links on your website. A lot of times people want to know where the customer service link is, they want to know frequently asked questions, or they simply want to know where to go to buy your product or service. Here's another tip. Use marketing automation to connect with customers after the sale. Use email messages to thank users for their order. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We've got your order in the hopper and we want to say thank you for making that order. You can also confirm order details and let them know when the item is shipped. A lot of times customers just kind of want to know, where am I in the pipeline? When can I expect things to happen? And by talking to them about that, you're then able to ease them into the relationship with your brand and also set expectations for how to move forward. You can also connect with customers to remind them about add-on products or services. That's called cross-selling or upselling. Here's the easiest way to remember what cross-selling is and upselling is. If you go to McDonald's and order a hamburger, when they say to you, hey, would you like cheese with that? That's an upsell. That's basically getting the product or service and upselling it to a better, more expensive price. The cross-sell idea is when you order your hamburger, if they say, would you like fries with that? That's a cross-sell. Again, it's a way to get the customer to spend more money with your product or service when they're engaged with your brand. And that's one of the best things that you can do with marketing automation. Tip number 3, use marketing automation to get feedback from existing customers. Now, here's an example of something from Timberland that basically said, hey, we would just want to get feedback from you and take this survey. Now, only a small percentage of the people actually take the survey. That information is valuable in and of itself, but here's the key thing. Remember, the people who didn't take the survey still feel good about your brand because you've reached out to them and said, hey, would you spend a few minutes talking to us and giving us feedback? That just makes them feel better about their relationship with your brand, and in the long run, it deepens your relationship with that customer so that they'll buy more stuff from you in the future. Here's another tip. Tip number 4, use marketing automation to re-engage lost customers. 66% of all online shopping carts are abandoned. That means that more than 6 out of 10 users who were about to make a purchase leave without buying your product or service. That just kills me to think about it. You can re-engage abandoned shoppers by providing them discounts, bonuses, or other incentives designed to get them back to your e-commerce store and finish the purchase. Tip number 5, use search and display ads to retarget prospects and customers. You can use Google, Bing, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or online display ads, banner ads essentially, to retarget people who visited your site but didn't actually buy your product or service. You can provide an incentive to come back to your website and make the purchase. You can even use images of the product that was about to be purchased in your ad. In other words, if somebody's at the website, they're about to buy red shoes, they get distracted, they shut down their computer before purchasing the red shoes. The next day, while they're visiting a different website, you can actually display an ad to them that shows the exact pair of shoes, the red shoes that they were about to buy, and it says, why don't you come on back and finish your purchase? When they click on that ad, they're then dropped right back into the e-commerce store where they can finish the purchase right there. That's one of the more innovative uses of online display ads designed to retarget prospects and turn them into customers. Tip number 6, use marketing automation to personalize your customer experience. You can segment customers based on demographics, behaviors, or even self-selected criteria. Would you like to learn about green widgets, or would you like to learn about blue widgets? By having them self-select that criteria, you can then customize your communications with them, which in the long run improves your return on your investment. For each segment, use tags to score customers based on where they are in the sales funnel. Tags are identifiers that enable you to identify people who are ready to buy versus people who need to be nurtured. In other words, if somebody's ready to buy, they score very high on your customer segmentation profile, and you can then make sure that they get information designed to close the deal. But some people are at the top of the sales funnel. They're really just surfing the web, kind of looking at your website, not really ready to buy. Those people get tags that identify them as people who are not quite ready to buy yet and who need to be nurtured over the long run in order to get them to buy down the line. That's one of the key things that you can do there. Here's the key thing I want you to remember. Your number one goal is to make sure that you get people to click on your website and visit your website. And the way to do that is to build a relationship with them so that they have a reason to do that. And marketing automation is the perfect tool to do that. Remember, if you are not the blue umbrella in this picture, if you are just a sea of black umbrellas and you're just like everybody else, you won't differentiate your brand enough to get people to come back and buy your product or service. Your key thing that you want to do is to make sure you stand out from your competitors, and the way to do that is to use marketing automation to customize your engagement with the prospects and then ultimately convert more of them into customers than your competitors do. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Really want to thank GetResponse for putting this all together. I want to make sure that you go ahead and take action on everything that we talked about today. It's up to you to take action and figure out how you're going to use the tips that we talked about today for your business. But if you do that, then you're going to be sure that your marketing automation program will generate the positive ROI you're looking for. My name's Jamie Turner. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.